Natalina Love with the incredible Rori Raye. Rori's come up with a new system of tools to get us directly into our want. It's kind of a big part of my story, how I got introduced to the whole coaching industry outside of sports. Is wanting, the whole law of attraction thing. And I know, Rori, you've got your own spin on Femifesting and dialogue of how to bring what you want to you, the love of a man, the love of the world, love in all of its beautiful forms. You've done that for so many of us in the most feminine, most beautiful, most delicious feeling ways, wanting what we want. We can get so lost. We can get so confused in the thinking that what we want is what we want when it's when it's actually kind of deeper.
All right. Well, this want process, the feminine want process. So you got that word in there in your mind. The want is much catchier. Feminine want process is, for me, it's a whole shortcut to the entire modern siren system. It's a shortcut to everything. So our RCTs, I'm going to teach that near the end because it's super advanced and very abstract, which means that, you have to have a kind of a fanciful way of being willing to look at my stuff. And if you're with my stuff, you have that. Modern Siren is extremely abstract and fanciful, kissing a tree and all that stuff. Because for me, and remember, I was an actress and a director, working from what I actually feel, what is actually going on with me is what creates true authenticity. As for an actress, we actresses in times gone by were so involved with creating characters and what the characters did. That's where all that kind of very stagey acting came from. When actors started to look into themselves and realize they were being cast because of who they were, that transformed the whole acting art. The whole art became, I can see where my light is. I know where I'm supposed to stand on that. And then I'm supposed to move over to that table and pick that up. All these stage things that I need to know where I am in space at the same time as I am experiencing my feelings, I am activating certain feelings. I'm activating anger or fear in myself in order to express what this character is doing. When that all happened, that to me, because I was an actress and I was a teacher and a coach, an acting coach and a director for teenagers and grown-ups, and I used techniques that were all based on a woman I worked with many years ago, Donna Gerard. There's probably a handful of us who know what she was doing. She worked with some extremely famous actors as well. When I learned how to truly do what actors call the relaxation exercise, standing and letting go of every molecule in your body. When I was working with Donna and then myself, I found what that actually felt like. That's not what the acting teacher said it felt like, but what it actually felt like to go deep down, soft inside yourself, and then open your mouth to speak. And how all the energy kept shifting whenever we tried to do something, but how it was powerful and real and like momentous, and people just stared at you when you really got down into who you were and how you felt. And that the core of everything is what you want. And we've come to believe that what we want is something external. I want to go there. I want to do that. I want to own that pot. I want to own that thing. I want that talent. I want to be with that person. I love him. I want him to touch me. All of those things are, they're in the moment wants, they're things that you would like, But in essence, they are masculine strategies. This is really important. Masculine energy strategies in order to get what you really want, which is much deeper, much bigger, and is more like, I want to feel this way. So if you're feeling afraid and anxious, you don't want to eat that ice cream. You want to, but that's not what the want is. That's a strategy. I want to have sex with him. I want him to ask me out is actually a superficial strategy to get what you really want, which is, I want to feel incredibly secure. I want to feel happy. I want to feel loved. I want to feel that golden feeling when everything around me feels good. When I don't feel, when I don't feel afraid, I feel that way. But remember, not wanting to feel afraid is a strategy for feeling incredibly good. And the truth is that those more superficial things we think we want or don't want actually are not helpful. In other words, I don't want to feel afraid does not help you feel good. Because what we end up doing then is focusing on those things and putting our energy there and saying no to things and trying to avoid stuff and trying to stuff down the fear or deal with the fear rather than actually going with what we want. And I'm here to tell you that if you can, this is one of the 6 steps, drop down. And it takes a while to get there. And that's why there are 5 steps, 4 steps before that step of our 6 steps, to drop down into the want. Then all of a sudden, all the other feelings that are involved in your super feelings become just part of it. Literally, you start to say, oh, the fear is an energetic part of this want. All I need to do is entertain the feeling I'm calling the want, the love, rather than entertaining the feeling of fear. I don't have to get rid of the feeling of fear. I don't have to get rid of the anxiety. I don't have to get rid of the pain. I get to feel it all, but I get to entertain the feeling that feels good. That's my essential want. Now, this sounds so basic and so simple, right? I don't know if you have any questions coming up. This feels so like, oh yeah, but it's not. Nobody teaches this. I mean, it's always been a part of the Modern Siren, but now I'm just front and center putting this out. When you can, and here's a personal example, like, you know how you get heaped on all these tasks? Oh, I have to fix the sink breaks, I have to fix the sink. Okay, I have to change the filter on something. Oh, I have to order it, I have to get it, I have to call somebody to crawl under the sink and do it. Oh, I need clothes. Oh, I need to do, and all of a sudden you have a to-do list, right? And then that to-do list has its own impact on you. Impact is really important. If you want the impact program, let me know. The idea that everything out there impacts us and that our own instincts, not intuition, not feminine energy, but our instincts, which are often 100% masculine energy, that our instincts lead us to take care of these tasks and block out everything else. And these tasks pile up and become a to-do list and become a source of anxiety, because what I really wanted to do is read that book. I didn't want to change the sink. I didn't want to deal with this. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to fix that webpage. I didn't want to do a work thing. I didn't want to deal with that person calling me. All of these things seem to get in the way of the fun, right? So we tend to structure ourselves between the not fun and the fun, the things I don't want and the things I want. And what happens is we end up chopping up our experience into these little tiny external experiences rather than looking at the internal. I want to feel peaceful. I want to feel loved, and I want to feel love in my heart for the whole world. We all want that, right? I want to feel love. And we can talk another time about how to turn that love feeling into activism without jumping into external masculine energy. Because I do have a program coming up about that, the ambassador program. But if that just tickled you right away, write me. But the idea is not to end up in all these external things, but to stay in the big want. And then let your feminine energy lead you through the tasks. I have a feeling you got all that because it felt like a map, right? Instead of letting all the external tasks be the glitter and you flit around between them, you stay with this inner world of yours, this inner want, because you're entertaining, you're choosing that feeling rather than all the other feelings that are also being felt. Yeah, you need a big bandwidth for this, right? So part of the whole siren stuff is, elongating and expanding your bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
So bigger bandwidth, I can hold everything in the soup. Now I'm choosing, I get to choose which one I want to entertain, not focus on, but entertain. Okay, I like that feeling. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to entertain that feeling. I guess I have to use the word focus because it's so automatic. It just came up. I said I wasn't going to say it, and then I said it, right? So I'm entertaining it. I like this feeling warm. I want to feel warm. I'm putting on all these clothes because I want to feel warm, not because I don't want to feel cold. All right, so I feel warm. I feel love. I feel happy. Happy. I want to feel happy. I want to feel touched. Big, those are the big ones, right? So now, as soon as you kind of get that, the tasks start to run themselves. I want to feel happy. Well, I want the water fixed because that makes me feel happy. So then you approach the water fixing thing from the energy of your bigger want. It flows into this task and it no longer feels like something yucky. It feels like a part of what you want. And all of a sudden it becomes interesting. Oh, I open the cabinet. Oh, I call this person. Oh, I do that. In other words, we are labeling certain things that we feel are necessary with feelings. Oh, if I have to do that chore, I automatically am going to feel irritated. And then guess what? Every time that chore comes up, or the 100 chores that are required to live a human life in this world, the constant chores and tasks, if all of those represent irritation to me, I'm going to feel irritated all day long. If they represent to me at a core level, I want to feel stable and secure. The doing of them from your masculine energy becomes so part of the enjoying life. Now, I know this sounds ridiculous, just me saying it. That's why you need to practice it.
Yes, I was just thinking that, thinking and feeling from being in not just in all of the other master classes, which are all so amazing, from anger to love. It builds more of that bridge from those really, really big feelings that we have, because that's exactly what desire is. It's a really powerful feeling inside of us, and we're navigating this place of where a provocative word is getting distracted, because we can weaponize that word against ourselves and against the world.
Weaponizing our feelings. Write that one down. That is something we do. Whoa. Whole new masterclass. The
Exciting.
weaponizing thing. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Natalina. All right, we'll do that.
I'm just really, really excited about this, knowing how easy it can get to find yourself feeling discouraged when you're between I want this and I want it right now and I want it from him or from them or for whatever's in front of you right there in the moment. Because I mean, we're telling ourselves, be now, be here, be present. And he is right here and he is right now. He is very present. And I want what I want from him and I want it right now. And in being able to lean back perhaps, or even be aware of whether you're in I am feeling myself pulled towards him, or am I in a place of feeling more just pulled with what I really, really, really want. And that discerning, the discerning, and I don't even really like to use that word so much, because it's like, am I being discerning, or am I being fearful? Where am I being run from? So like, coming back to, can I be in front of someone beautiful, someone that I want something from, and stay with what is deeper than wanting from them?
That was brilliant. You just brought up so much stuff